Hey guys, it's Max. How's everyone doing? All right, let's check in on ULTY. Here's today's ULTY verse. ULTY is down 69 bips. The average of all the constituents, all the stocks within the Altiverse, is down a point. So, the fund is doing better by about 30%, and that's what we would expect because they're selling options. That's what we're paying them to do. Now, speaking of what we're paying them to do, look right here. Look at the worst fund. Look at the biggest piece of shit in the whole freaking thing. They just put this in yesterday, too. I haven't seen this before yesterday. The Alti grid, we aren't even going to look at it anymore because it's always, all it says is caller. So all we need to do is look at the Altiverse. These are all callers, okay? But I did want to talk specifically about this one stock that's killing us. Its symbol is S. Here it is. It's SentinelOne. It's a cloud-based cybersecurity company. Their earnings came out, and it was not received well by the street, evidently, because they opened down this morning. They just said something on CNBC about it, too. I think maybe there's some type of, I don't know. Anyway, but whatever, it doesn't matter. The price is down. Well, let me show you what Jay did, or what Jay does. And this applies for every one of these. Right, so Jay sold that. He sold the 30.5 call, and he bought put at the 27 strike. Now, it's going to show it as a loss, but anyway, it gives you a profit loss graph. He did this yesterday, and he did it when the profit loss was different. But it makes it where you can't lose under 27. But it makes it where you can still. The price yesterday of this stock was at. Let's look here. Price yesterday of this stock was 29, 28, something like that. We opened this morning at 25, down 3 points. That's down 10%. Okay, well, Jay's locked out under 27. I made a depiction. I made like a profit box on this chart. This gray area, that is the area he was going for. The max profit, he couldn't make more than above this top line, which is at 30.5, but he couldn't lose under this bottom line. This is kind of visual depiction of the trade. So the fact that the price went out of there doesn't matter to the Alti. Alti's already received its premium, and unfortunately, it's at max loss on this trade. It's definitely got not good news, but it's good news we don't have some kind of open-ended loss going on like we would have, like a normal covered call strategy would have. All right, so AI's up today. That's in the portfolio. Look at SYM is up 10%. That's killing it. Great job. Let's check this out. Symbiotic. Well, anyway, they're rallying today. They had a problem the other day. They're accused of misleading investors with inflating revenues or something. But in any event, no one's perfect. As long as they have high volatility, we're just looking for stocks with high volatility to sell options on. Hopefully they didn't do that, but Planeteer's up, Kava's up. Everything else is just kind of grinding. SPX after a big day yesterday, and there's a big gap between the day before yesterday and yesterday still open, so that's bullish. And there's also a gap from after the election still open. both bullish. So as long as those stay open, there'll probably be some upwards pressure on the market. NASDAQ also has open bullish gaps, and the chart looks great. Russell is a little bit of a different story. Russell has kind of started to roll over. Now, Russell does still have an open gap from the election, from after the election when the market took off. But it is the weakest of the three indexes right now. So we'll keep an eye on that. But it's still bullish as long as we're above this big giant gap. We had a chance to try to run through it, and no one was interested. When we got back down here, there was tons of buyers back here. So buyers are definitely in control as of right now. We'll keep an eye on it, of course. It could change in a moment's notice, just like that. That's what makes it fun to watch. All right, well, let's look over here. Alti's not that interesting today. Let's look at the index buffer report. Okay, well, unfortunately, Maxi and Beto, I guess Bitcoin's over 100,000. I should have shown the Bitcoin chart. Let's check this out. This is amazing. That's amazing. I mean, it's been telling us right here. It wants that there's pressure on it. Pressure's building to go higher. Well, sure enough. In fact, we haven't had a bearish signal on this thing in a while. It's been since August. That August was, it's when the whole market went down. But outside of that, it's been straight bullish action in risk assets. All right, well, damn it. I hate that we can't see anything. It looks like WDTE from Defiance is the best performing, but SPY's it's not really moving enough to be significant. Nothing's really moving. All right, let's look at some single stock buffer reports. Let's look at Tesla, see who's catching the upside in Yieldmax land. Not a lot of upside to be caught in Yieldmax land. Tesla's not catching a lot of it. It looks like MSFO's catching, some, but basically it's a story of who's catching the least amount of downside today, unfortunately. All right, so let's see. SMCI's up as the parent's down. That's definitely impressive. Made us down more than the parent right now. But we have Tesla catching about 40% of the upside. Murni catching about half the upside. AIYY catching about half the upside. Jay just put AI into the Altiverse. Did you guys notice that right here? It's actually up. The new entrants today to the Altiverse are S, AI, DG. I think that's all. I think those are the only new ones. JPMO doesn't look bad. Catching about 75% of the upside. All right, guys. I'll be back with more later. Have a good day.